What's up, YouTube? Remember I said that I was going to try to do a video with me reading from some of my Kindle books because I have so many and I never get the reading done. Well, I'm going to take this time out now and I'm going to choose a book and I'm going to read from that book until I complete the entire book. Now, I am not a professional reader, okay? So, let's not expect me to get everything right and exact. Every word, right and exact. But you know what? Bear with me if you're following along because this is what I'm going to do, I don't care if I sound like a second grade level reader to you, a third grade level reader, fourth grade. I'm doing this for me. You're watching because you want to, or listening because you want to. You don't have to. I mean, of course, I'm not going to try to read on a second grade level, but that's what some people like to say. 'Cause some people try to be insulting. They come on your page, you read on the second grade level, and they feel that they have to leave comments like that and bullshit. I mean, I haven't experienced it, but I'm on the internet, so I see how people do other people on their pages. I see the harassment and the bullshit other people go through. So I kind of I invite the nonsense onto my page. I don't want it to come on, but if it do, it do. I mean, it do what it do. But to make sure that I really don't go too far into it, each chapter I'm going to give myself at least 30 minutes to complete. So I got a timer. I'm going to set it once I find the book at 30 minutes. There you go, right there. That's going to be the timer I use. I'll count down for 30 minutes. Okay, so let's get the book. This is Windows 8. Okay, there you go. I'll start with Sister Souljah book, Midnight. So let's start with this book. Once I'm ready to read, I'll just start the timer. And I'll stop it when the timer goes off. This book is called Midnight, a gangster love story, Sister Souljah. So let me get ready to go to chapter 1. I always skip through all of this. Okay. See, get straight to chapter 1. I want to read the dedication or the acknowledgments. Boom. Chapter 1. Let me put the timer on. Bear with me. I'm new to this. Alright, let's go. Boom. Midnight. Chapter 1. Word to Life. I am not who you think I am. If you love me, you love me for the wrong reasons. Females tell me they love me because I'm tall. They love when I stand over them and look down. They love when I lay them down and my height and body weight dominates them. Females tell me they love me because I'm pure black. They say they never seen a black man so masculine, so pretty, so beautiful before. Females say they love my eyes. They're jet black too. Women claim they find the passion in them so powerful that they'll do anything I say. Females tell me they love my body. They beg for a hug even when there's nothing between me and them. They want to be captured in my embrace and press their breast against my chest. Some females ask if they can just touch me. Some tremble when my hands touch them. They say they love the muscles in my arms. They surrender when I lift them up. They whine and moan in rapture. Some cry their pleasure. Some shake, some pee. Some of them even say they love the way my teeth look in my mouth and how my feet look in my kicks. Females tell me they love the way I walk, like I'm soon to own the world. Most females say they love that I'm quiet, then shiver when I finally talk. All of the women show me that they love my guns, the fact that I walk with two of them at times. Even the ones who get scared and fall in love with their fear of me, then they come at me even harder. Some females say I'm too serious, then shield their eyes to hide their feelings from the shine when I finally smile. I can't lie. I enjoy the good times that some of these women offer me, but I don't take them to heart. I know that they don't really even know me. All the shit that they are in love with is just my style and my looks. All window dressing. I know that a man is his own beliefs, his own ideas and action. If you knew me, you would know what I believe. If you knew what I believe, then you would understand how I think. You would understand my ideas and actions. Only then should you decide. Either you believe what I believe, or you admire what I believe and you want to get with those beliefs. If not, in the long run, we got nothing in common. I can't take you seriously. I gotta go. You got nothing that makes me want to stay. I don't come from where you come from. I don't think like you do. My whole situation is different. I come from a country of real men who take real life real serious. I wouldn't trade places with an American-born man for any amount of cash. Where I'm from, a son has a first name and 3 last names. The 3 last names are the names of his father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. Any male who cannot identify his father, grandfather, and great-grandfather is already lost. These 3 names are what makes a boy who he is. There is no talk of role models and celebrities. A son is raised under his father's wing, with the grandfather to guide and the great-grandfather as a blueprint, plus an army of uncles nearby. Where I'm from, a man does not bow to any other man. A man bows down only to Allah. Only Allah creates the heavens, the galaxies, the universe, and all of the millions of creatures within. My father had 3 wives, not one wife, one wifey, and a bunch of random bitches on the side. Where I am from, a man wants to marry a woman and establish a strong family. A man can have more than one wife as long as he can treat them all fairly and provide them with love, separate homes, food, guidance, and presence. Makes sense. There is no such thing as domestic drama. A woman feels fortunate to be selected by a quality husband, a family man, who will be by her side for her entire lifetime. Families are permanent. When a man is ready to build his family, he selects a woman who he likes, who is from a family who raised her right, a woman who knows how to love and live. She has to be good for him, his beliefs and plans for life, someone who brings him peace, progress, and pleasure. Then he is down for her for real. She is down for him too, because she feels his strength, crave his love and attention, feels safe tucked at his side, and is confident that every day he is making the right moves for her, his family, and himself. Our women don't argue with their man. A man knows what he is supposed to do and not to do. It is the same thing he watched his own father do and not do, so he does it. Even if a man selects the wrong path, his punishment is between himself and Allah. His woman cannot punish him, judge him, or nag him to death. In my country, a wife is not a whore or ex-whore. Every move a woman makes matters. She can bring dishonor to her man and family even with the simple glance at another man, if it is held for too long. Wow, that's what I call eye control. Even where, oh yeah, I'm gonna commentate a little if I feel the need to. Let's keep that in mind. I am not just gonna read straight through. If I want to laugh, I'm going to laugh. If I want to say something about it, I'm going to say something about it. If I could share a similar story, I'm going to do that. This is what I'm going to do. That's why I'm giving myself 30 minutes so I don't just waste away. I'm not trying to make a movie here, so I'm going to break it into parts. Alright, anyway, let's finish back off. I'm right here where it says even where. Okay, even where I am from, there are whores. They know their places. They know their place too. They stay within the walls of the illegal whorehouse, never to be glorified, honored, claimed, or married. A whore where I am from is the opposite of arrogant. She is used but never celebrated by decent men or women. She knows that she can never enjoy the lifestyle and contentment of a respected sister, daughter, mother, or wife. The punishment for a good woman who comes from a good family and suddenly behaves whorish is severe. What? Hold on, let me read that over. The punishment for a good woman who comes from a good family and suddenly behaves whorish is severe. Okay, got that. Because she's coming from something good and then she just changes her behavior around into something whorish. Her punishment is behaves. Hold up. And family suddenly behaves whorish is severe. Hold up. The punishment for a good woman who comes from a good family and suddenly behaves whorish is severe. Okay, so the punishment is severe for a good woman who comes from a good family and suddenly behaves whorish. Okay, I got it. She will be isolated by her parents, family, and friends. Her father and mother may lock her away and confine her to one room in the house. In some cases, she is even murdered by her own husband, father, or brother for bringing shame and dishonor to her family and the people who raised, guided, loved, and provided for her. Wow. Sound like some Muslim shit. Oh, then again it is. They did mention Allah. People who mention Allah studies Islam. Am I correct? If I'm not, leave a comment. Because I'm not well versed on everything. Trust me on that. The family member who commits the murder is not arrested. What? They're not arrested? The family member who commits the murder is not arrested. That sounds like you can't have your own life. Your life is governed by these so-called man-made rules that someone put in place before you got here, and this is what you must abide by. These are our guidelines, and if we kill you, we don't get arrested. You just die. Oh God. Okay. All right. Let's finish though. I'm gonna get back right here. The family members. The family member. The family member who commits the murder is not arrested. The whole country acknowledges that a woman is sacred. Every move she makes is either building her family up or breaking it down. Every thought she has is felt and considered by her children. Every thought she has is felt and considered by her children. Every word she speaks either teaches or misleads. She must remain honorable, pure, and righteous. Otherwise, there will be no happiness, no family, and no reason to exist. Mouthing off, fucking her man's friends, brothers, and cousins, running away with the children, aborting the babies, lying about who is the father of her children, not knowing who the father is, yelling and disrespecting, doing drugs, drinking, parading around mostly naked, acting crazy. Our men don't stand for that. We will not experience that. We never will. We have not experienced that. We never will. You can tell this is not in the United States where he come from. Our women know their place. They stay in it and live and thrive there. They know their place. They stay in it and live and thrive there. They remain there happily. Our women give love and are loved even more. They give love and they are loved even more. She is respected, protected, and provided for. She lives proud and at peace. Where I am from, liquor is illegal and forbidden. Like my name, sin forbidden. Okay, back to the point. Where I am from, liquor is illegal and forbidden. We believe that it makes a man behave with ignorance, what you do. After drinking liquor, the next step we believe is to betray God and destroy yourself and your family. I'm not religious, but that's a whole nother topic. In my country, homosexuality is non-existent. I've heard that it don't exist in some parts of the world because you'll get stoned or something along those lines. It's a death sentence. Okay, in my country, homosexuality is non-existent. For the absolute majority, it is unknown and undone. Majority, it is unknown. Hold up. For the absolute majority, it is unknown and undone. There have been one or two of those who have traveled out to other places in Europe or America and come back with this bizarre behavior. That's what America will do to you. Give you that bizarre behavior. Okay, there's a lot of sin here, a lot of crime, a lot of drugs, a lot of this, a lot of that. I guess if you come from a good place, wherever this place is, where they got all these rules and everything in line and everything in order, where you can't fuck up and the woman can't fuck up, I guess you will have a little bit more freedom coming out here, and then I guess you will go back there with your bizarre behavior. But let me finish. I want to try to do more reading than talking. However, right here, and however, they could never remain with us. Their homosexuality resulted in suicide, or they just turned up missing. There are no tears for the man who enters into the exit. Hold up, I don't get that. There are no tears for the man who enters into the exit. He enters into the exit. Okay, forget it. I'm lost. And build a life where there can be no balance, reproduction, or family. Oh, I get it now. They got back on track. I get it now. There's no tears for a man who enters into the exit. I got it now. It makes sense. And build a life where there can be no balance, reproduction, or family. Where I am from, adultery is a crime for a man or a woman. Even to fuck someone else's sister or daughter just because you feel like it or like the way she looks without approaching her family for marriage means that you have brought about a battle between dishonored families, yours and hers. The man who commits adultery will be punished by his family. The woman who commits adultery will be considered ruined. Where I am from, men work. Whether he works his own land and is paid in the foods the earth produces, whether he works someone else's land, whether he is paid in cash, cattle, or otherwise, he works. Hard work is a man's way of providing for and demonstrating that he loves his family. Each man must have a business of product or services. His product might be fish, meats, vegetables, fruits, jewelry, clothing, crafts, furniture, vehicles, parts, and supplies, or other items. Or he may provide services as a doctor, carpenter, construction worker, engineer, lawyer, driver, educator, or performer. But no man can sit doing nothing. His family, backed up by the entire community, would never allow it. When I talk about where I am from, which is almost never, both male and females feel uneasy. Some look at me in disbelief, like I'm a fucking liar. Others stare off in complete boredom, like it is not a life they would ever want to live. But I feel fine. People where I am from are happy, while almost everybody I know in America feels fucked up, empty, and dissatisfied. especially the black people. Damn, Sister Soldier wrote this book? At 14 years young, I became a citizen of the United States. It was supposed to be a great day, to be remembered for a lifetime. There we were, becoming a part of what is known as the best country in the world, America. After having been born and living inside of what Americans consider the worst place in the world, the continent of Africa, we got dressed up and took the A train to City Hall in New York City. We recited some things that we had already memorized. Then it became official. I should say it became legal. I was an American on paper. I never became one in my heart or mind. The year I became an American was the same year I got locked up. I went from the projects to juvenile detention to prison. Wow, and that's the exact same year? Really? Each year I became more and more familiar with the American blacks. The ones who looked just like me. They ranged from very light skin to my rich dark color, as it is back home. When I first arrived, they were Afro Americans, then blacks, then African Americans, and eventually niggers. They talked like they were the most powerful, clever motherfuckers on the planet. They looked down on other blacks arriving from any other country in the world. They hated every accent beside their own. They were quick to catch an attitude and say some shit that I could tell they really knew nothing about. There was no real way for me to separate myself from them. We all looked the same, wore the same clothes, spoke the same slang, all united by our Air Jordan kicks. I don't talk a lot. Where I'm from, the boys and men are trained to leave the blabbering to young girls. It wasn't too long before I realized that if I said nothing for the rest of my life, shit would only get worse. I'm telling my story so black people worldwide will know that we wasn't always fucked up. Also, that a good life takes great effort and sacrifice, but feels so much better than what we all got now. Besides, if the authentic men don't say shit, there will be no evidence that real men really do exist. Good point. Gotta say something. Living side by side with niggas and watching them play themselves every second of every day, the broke ones all the way up to the rich ones, is killing me. I'm not a preacher, politician, pimp, or celebrity. Most of them couldn't go to hell quick enough for me. A man who doesn't say what he means or do what he says craves attention and misuses it when he gets it, doesn't share what he knows and earns, deserves death. Maybe I didn't read that right. Let me start back from this point. A man who doesn't say what he means or do what he says craves attention and misuses it when he gets it, doesn't share what he knows and earns, deserves death. I am not who you think I am. My people are not who you think they are. Our cultures and traditions are unknown to you. Sometimes it takes someone from the outside to show you how you look and do. If you're American born and raised, you're bound to get it twisted. You can't see yourselves or don't know yourselves. You're too accustomed to looking at life from only one fucked up angle. Everything you have ever seen or heard about Africa is wrong. My African grandfather taught me that the storyteller is the most powerful person in the world, after God. My grandfather said, be careful who you listen to and what they are saying. The The storyteller is clever and masterful and has already decided exactly what he wants you to think and believe. The storyteller has the power to make people feel good or bad about themselves. The storyteller has the power to make people feel strong or weak, ugly or beautiful, confident or defeated. Unfortunately, all of the stories being told to blacks in America, Europe, Africa, and the Caribbean have made blacks worldwide feel low, weak, crazy, backward, and powerless. So low that the storyteller has set the conditions for blacks to be robbed of all of their stuff and too stupid to recognize it. So put your brews and blunts on pause. Rock with me for a few. Okay, I'm going to do chapter 2. Let's see how much more time I got, because 7 minutes and 25 seconds. Being that I talked a good moment before I started the view, before I started, I am just going to close it out here. I'll do chapter 2 when I find some more extra time. Peace. Thanks for bearing with me. And I'm going to get ready to say, I'm out. 1.